Hey guys, this video is going to be talking about the current version of the Squier Affinity Strat. This came out in 2021. This is a 23 model, and I want to talk about some of the specs and features. You just seen a sound sample of it. Just playing some random blue stuff, just what I was feeling to play in today. I want to start off talking. I got a whole outline here of stuff I want to talk about. And the first thing I want to mention, I don't know if the audio is going to sound better or worse on this. I'm using my external mic on the camera this time, like I use for recording on the amp, and I got it facing towards me, so it sounds different. That's why. The first thing I want to mention is my amazing wife bought this for me from Christmas this year. So thanks, babe. Appreciate it. I've been wanting this for a while. And so on Sweetwater's website, that's not where this was ordered from, but it says Fender quality at a great Squier value. That's a direct quote, and I agree with that 100%. So that's the first thing I wanted to say. So this is a poplar body. This is the Lake Placid blue. It's the only guitar I got in this color, and it is a metallic blue. Lighting's not the best in this room. And this is a poplar body. It's the thinner, your typical Squier body, which I actually feel is more comfortable. It's got the same contours as a normal Strat would have, and it's a poplar body, which a lot of people frown upon that, think it's something for cheaper manufacturers to use, which nowadays it is, but it's actually a really quality tone wood, and Fender has used it before in the past. This is a 21 fret one piece maple neck. It's a 9.5 inch fretboard radius, a C-shape neck profile with a skunk stripe on the back, and it has the larger 70s style headstock, which we'll talk about here in a minute about another comparison. So it's pretty typical Strat for the most part. And the neck feels like a more expensive neck, like a Fender neck, and it's made more like a Fender neck too, being one piece, whereas a lot of cheaper guitars will have a separate fingerboard. This is made like the traditional Fender way. You can see the wood grain right there. It tells the tale that it's all one piece, which I actually prefer. And it's got a skunk stripe, which is probably walnut or Indian oil or something like that. And it's got this type of tuner on it. It's crafted in Indonesia. And the pickups in this are typical for cheaper guitars, but I actually kind of prefer this. These are darker sounding pickups, good output too, but they're the dual magnet ceramic pickups. What I mean by dual magnet, they're almost made like a P90 pickup where there's two magnets underneath there. We'll look at one here in a minute. I'll put in a clip right here. So this is out of another guitar, obviously. This is the type of pickup that's in there. It's got the dual magnets like this. The pole pieces are just steel pole pieces. They're not actual magnets. I don't know if this is out of an Affinity or a Bolt, but these have 250K pots, the mini pots, and this type of switch. That's probably what's in this, more than likely. So I would also consider upgrading the pots and the switch if it's going to be like a main guitar. So you see, that's a quality pickup actually, and what makes them kind of unique is these pickups are made the same, if not the same, as the 90s to early 2000s Mexican Strats, and so that's what Fender was actually using at one point, was pickups very similar, if not the same, as these. Another little upgrade that you don't get on most Strats, especially cheaper ones, is, well, traditionally this is the neck pickup and middle pickup tone controls, and the bridge pickup never has a tone control. This is wired up where this is the tone control for the bridge pickup, and this is for the middle and neck. So that's a huge upgrade, and it takes just a little bit of the treble off that bridge pickup. It can be annoying on most Strats. It's got a standard 5-way switch, typical bridge middle, middle neck, and neck, and so that's handy. I'm pretty sure these are 250K pots, not 100% sure. They may be 500s. I haven't had this apart other than looking in at the pickups to see what they were. This also has a 2-point tremolo system, which is not found on the cheaper Squiers and found more on the higher end stuff, and we'll talk about that more later. And the overall weight of the guitar, I don't have the exact weight of it. It's a medium weight. It's not super heavy and it's not super light. It's perfect. Like, it couldn't be better, and it just has an amazing feel to it. Like the action is perfect. There's no buzzing anywhere, and I mean, you couldn't ask for a better playing guitar. A lot of cheaper guitars, the strings, you'll have to file the nut down here to get the string height down, because it'd be hard to make bar chords. There's no problem at all, and I don't even think I had to adjust the saddle height. Like, it's just set up perfect just about. So we'll talk about what makes this better than the cheaper Squier series, like the Sonic and the Bullet, which is being replaced by the Sonic series. The body's comparable to the Sonic series. They're using Poplar as well. I feel like the fretwork is way better on this. And a lot of lower end guitars, when you bend the strings, it almost feels like it's grinding and you have to polish the frets. This ain't like that. And like I said, there's no buzzing anywhere. The action's just about perfect. I think the tuners are better quality, and they are the split tuners, as you can see, so that's an upgrade as far as the vintage feel goes. And I feel like the tuners are an upgrade on this, because this is an intermediate model instead of a beginner. Another thing is, I'll talk about the 2-point bridge. The Sonic and the other ones, I'm pretty sure, are 6-point. So this is an upgrade over that if you prefer this. And also, if you prefer the 70s style larger headstock, this has that. So some people like that and some people don't. That's a deal maker or deal breaker. Some people love it or don't care or absolutely despise it. I like it. I like the original headstock better, but it don't matter that much to me. But I just feel like it's an overall better feel than the cheaper Squiers. And I have you've seen another video, was the Sonic series Bullet, and the back of the neck was kind of rough feeling, and this is not. This is finished very well. It's a satin finish, as you can tell, and I think the front of the headstock it's shiny. The headstock's glossy, so that's a nice little touch too. So comparing this to a more expensive Strat, like a higher end Squier, or even any Fender pretty much, we'll talk about the differences. First of all, the thinner body on this, which is, it don't matter that much to me. The biggest difference I've seen between any cheaper guitar, more expensive guitar, electric guitars that is, besides the build quality, like the frets and everything, the electronics. But these are actually on par with what I would call Fender grade pickups, because they have a really good sound. I really like them. If you want a darker sounding Strat, this is what you want. If you want a brighter Strat, you may consider upgrading these to Alnico pickups. That's my opinion. Some people will say that these sound brighter. I feel they have more mid-range and just a tad less treble myself. So it depends on what kind of sound you're going for. If you want something a little bit different, this might be what you want. And the tuners may be better on a Fender. Probably are. These are the cheaper cast type, you know. And there's more options when it comes to neck radiuses and profiles on higher end guitars. This is a pretty standard 9.5 inch radius with a C-shaped neck, which I feel is just about perfect. You might be wondering what to expect out of the box when you order one of these. And any guitar I've ever got has needed the truss rod adjusted, which is your adjustment here to adjust the rod that runs in the neck to correct the bow either way. And it was not bad at all. It was completely playable out of the box, but we snugged it up just a little bit, and there was just probably just a little bit of relief. That's the way we usually set them up, and I feel it wasn't that big of a deal to adjust. The truss rod adjusted really smooth. It wasn't tight or binding or anything. There is one thing you will have to do. I'm not going to show you on this video, but it only comes with 2 springs installed. But when you get your pack that comes with it, it's got your wrench and everything with it, it will come with the 3rd spring. So you just got to take this plate off and loosen your string tension and put that spring on. Not that hard to do. Then tune it up, then adjust the 2 screws to adjust the spring tension until your bridge is floating the way you like it. I don't usually like them floating this much, but I was trying to get the trim bar to work a little bit smoother, and I honestly prefer a 6-point myself. So, or even a hardtail. I like a hardtail Strat too. Just I'm used to playing a telly more than anything. I don't think I had to adjust the saddles. I don't remember doing it. I think they were pretty much set right where it needs to be. And again, that's personal preference. You can probably get that action a little bit lower or adjust it up if you need to. So what I would have changed on it if I had the option I prefer the 6-point bridge. If I was going a true vintage way, I would upgrade the pickups to Alnico, like I always like the Fender 5762s or something like that. But I like this because it's just something different. And if you're going for like a rock style where you're playing distortion, you might want to look for the little mini humbuckers that fit in the same size as Strat pickups. That'd be a good upgrade for this too. And any modifications I would do to it, I mainly play country most of the time and like bluesy rock stuff, and I love the sound of the bridge and neck pickup one together on any guitar, but with a Strat you don't get that sound. So I may add a switch here at some point to get that sound, or change this out to the new 6-way switch that enables that sound as well. But that's something I'll consider doing at some point, and may not. I might just leave it stock like this. But yeah, that's pretty much my review on this, and very well pleased with it. I don't know how well the quality control is on these, but if they're all close to this, you're going to get a very nice guitar, just my opinion. And honestly, the only thing that might be a deal breaker to some people I could see would be the body being made out of poplar. And to me, I like poplar. It gets a really good wood. It's not too heavy, too light. It's very resonant. The guitar sustains good. But again, that's a personal preference. If you're die hard against poplar, then you're probably not going to want this. But alright guys, so you already seen the sound sample at the beginning. This is getting longer than I thought it would. So thanks for watching, and I'll try to do some more videos like this if y'all like it. So thanks for watching guys. We'll catch you on the next one.